Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm here to bring you an anime review on Log Horizon Season 2. And with this episode, we shift perspectives over to our main group, Log Horizon. And with this episode, it sets up the next arc from what we should probably expect to remain for the rest of Season 2. Since the arcs of Log Horizon usually take about 12 episodes, I'm willing to bet that this arc is probably going to be the final arc of Season 2. So anyways, with this episode, we have it to our Isusu, we have it to our Seruda, we have it to our Rudy, we have it to our Toya. Everybody is pretty much setting up to actually go on this quest to get a magical bag. And these magical bags actually were talked about in last season. I remember there was a huge conversation when we first met like Isuzu and stuff like that about these magical bags being very rare and how they actually help out adventurers because you could store anything you want in them and they're pretty much bottomless. And so to see how our group is finally going to be setting out to actually get this magical bag, it has me quite hyped to see exactly what Shiroe went through the first time he tried to get the magical bag. And so with the episode, it pretty much is a slice of life episode when it comes to the standard of Log Horizon, but at the exact same time you saw these mini setups along with some characterization and development with the backstories of some characters, and the ending conclusion of this episode we have to where our group is setting off on their journey. So let's dive in and talk about the beginning first. So at the beginning of the episode, we had some actually very shocking characterization and some background development for two characters. We had one for Toya, and we had one for Isuzu. They both had a little bit of development and a little bit of flashbacks to their past. For instance, Toya, he loves soccer, and at the exact same time, you have it to where Isuzu, we find out she really, really loves music, and with this episode, it sets up that she's going to be going, technically, on tour the entire time when they're setting out to do this magical bag quest. So she's going to be performing in different towns or different places, her music, and she's going to be having fun. So we got a lot of characterization for those two characters, and it also sets up future things that most likely is going to happen in the future of this arc. So, besides that, with the episode, it's the standard slice-of-life vibe you can get pretty much from Log Horizon through majority of the episode. I mean, besides the ending and beginning part, the middle part was pretty much just setting up for the journey, along with our, favorite characters pretty much just having communications, they were talking with each other, and just seeing how they were all setting up for the journey ahead. And for the most part, I enjoyed it. It was a really good, setup. I love the pacing of the middle half because the execution of it was handled pretty damn well. If it wasn't for the slow, gradual build-up of this, I would have felt like the episode might have been way too fast. But with the actual middle half with the slice of life, it felt like it progressed nicely into the ending conclusion of the episode where they set off on their journey to go get the magical bag. So, this brings us to some of the middle parts towards the ending that made me laugh my ass off. Like, we have a little bit of romance going on in this episode, and that's one thing I love about Log Horizon I barely talk about a lot, but the romance in this episode, I was getting a good chuckle out of it. Like, when I saw Rudy and Isuzu, when they had their little romance moment, like, if Rudy was going to this carriage, he's like, oh, I want this truck, I want this fucking truck. Oh my god, dude, I fucking laughed when I saw that shit. And when you see Isuzu, like, he looks like a dog, and you see his tail wagging, I'm glad that ongoing joke is still ongoing, because I remember laughing my ass off with that joke in Season 1, and to see it in Season 2, I'm like, yes. So, past that, at the end of the episode 2, we find out that most likely it's probably some foreshadowing. I'm willing to bet it's foreshadowing. It seems like Seruda wants to actually get a Pegasus. And so, I'm willing to bet on this journey for what, this group is doing, I'm willing to bet they're going to get some form of special, summoning to where they could probably ride like a Pegasus or a Griffin or something like that, because I feel like that was some foreshadowing for this arc. But either way, a very good episode. It was a really enjoyable episode. I mean, I had fun watching it. It pretty much sets up the next arc, and that's all this episode should have done. I mean, it's the first episode of the arc, so it should definitely set everything up. So tell me your thoughts. I love y'all so much. You have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.